Main episode. We got a lot to talk about and a lot of different things. A lot of stuff that we normally talk about, and I'm already seeing that I made a typo somewhere, so I'm just gonna quickly fix that. Just ignore that. But pretty normal episode, except we have the Olympics now. So we're talking about that. We'll probably get a lot from that. You can expect more from that in our next couple of main episodes, of course. Also, no NFL. Well, I shouldn't say no NFL. There's some NFL, but we're just not going in depth. We're saving that for our live stream this weekend, by the way. Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Just so you all know. Check it out. Or don't. I don't know. But we will be recapping the NFL. We're gonna pick out like our top 5 moments each and talk about it. Of course, we want to hear what you guys have to say, so please join. Please write in the chat. We will be going over that. And also take the time to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. We hit 500! Woo! So you can look forward to our giveaways. We will be going through the winners here within the next couple of days, so you should check and see if we've reached out to you on any social media platforms. So with that being said, our next goal is now 1,000. So we're halfway there, obviously. But get us there. We know you can do it. So yes, stupid statistics, soccer, and then the Olympics. A little bit, maybe a little bit of racing, and then radar points to close out the episode. So take it away.
Alright, so first things first, we have stupid statistics. We have the Portland Pilots upset 6th-ranked Gonzaga 87-80, and were 22.5 points underdogs.
Yeah, like that's crazy because if you know that Gonzaga has been in contention for the national title and winning March Madness for the past couple of years, and they got beat by this nobody team. So,
but then we have UNC, which is the University of North Carolina, led for 4 seconds during their game against Duke on Saturday.
And they won.
My whole family, my whole church was shocked to the of 11 core.
My uncle's a UNC fan, and I'm sorry, I'm not a UNC fan. I actually strongly dislike UNC. Don't tell your family.
We don't really, honestly, like, you could ask me, they're like, oh, cool, okay, anyways, back to what we were
doing. But this is huge because Duke was ranked, I think Duke was ranked 4th or 6th, and UNC, I don't know if they're ranked. If they are, they're one of the lower.
Yeah, they don't
16
do
or
typically
something.
very well. But I also don't
No, they do. They do typically do pretty good, but as of recent years, they haven't been. And this was huge for them to get this win over Duke.
Good for them. Then we have the big 3 of the Mavs. So we have Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, and Cooper Flag never played a single game together. The Mavs just traded AD to the Wizards.
So essentially, remember this time last year when they traded Luka to the Lakers and they got AD? Well, they just traded AD away.
Of course. But anyways, Florida starts like just fell. So Florida State University reported $437 million in athletics-related debt for the 2025 fiscal year. I wanted to say season, I was like, that's not it. Roughly 71% of the university's debt came from athletics. I would hate to be a Florida State person right now.
Yeah, no.
And then the NFL inducted 5 more players into their Hall of Fame this season. Can you name the 5 teams with the least amount of Hall of Famers? I'm gonna have to think about it. The Jets?
No.
That's a good guess.
Because they were good at one point.
The Bears?
No, the Bears have the most. I know.
Seahawks?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I'm too good at this game. I'm guessing I'm the ones with the most. Bengals?
Yes.
Okay.
The Bengals
Okay,
have
who?
4. They are the 3rd lowest team.
Okay. Steelers?
Nope, but you're in the right division.
Chiefs?
Nope.
No? Okay. I'm just like Panthers?
Yep.
Even though
There you go.
I was about to say they just did one for the Panthers, but Luke, I love Luke.
Yep, so that was number 4.
Okay. I don't know what I want to say the Eagles, but no, that's what I thought. I was like, in my mind, that's a no, but I just wanted to say it. Colts. Lions?
Mm-mm.
Chargers? Cardinals.
No.
Oh my gosh. Buccaneers?
Nope.
Commanders.
Nope.
I'm just naming all the teams at this point.
You are. At this point, you are.
Guys, but let's be impressed with the fact that I'm just naming all of them off the top of my head. Rams?
Nope.
Dolphins?
Nope.
I have 3 left.
Yeah.
Bills?
Nope. I mean, no, it would be 3, because they're, well, two out of the 3 were playoff teams.
Patriots? No, because the Patriots have like more than those. Texans.
Yep, there you go.
They're second. So Panthers, Texans, Bengals. It wasn't the Chargers. Oh, the Broncos?
Nope.
The other one. Broncos, Rams, Chargers, Patriots, Seahawks, Panthers, Lions. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone. I did the Browns, so that was a no. The Vikings? Ravens.
Nope. Yes, Ravens!
Had to go through all the birds.
Yep, the Ravens were 5th.
So
So
and I
you
said
just
the
need the
Falcons.
first. You need the lowest team.
There's 14. So the Jets, Seahawks, Steelers, Commanders, Buccaneers, Cardinals, Panthers, Rams, Colts, Lions, Bengals, Panthers. Who am I missing? I'm sorry if I'm missing your team. They don't mean nothing to me. The Vikings. Who am I missing?
They were a playoff team.
Clearly they didn't.
Yeah, well, your favorite team beat them, so.
My favorite team beat a lot of teams. But in the playoffs? But they got beat in the playoffs.
Yes, but they played 2 rounds. They lost the second round, but they won the first round.
And it wasn't the Broncos. It was, the 49ers? Not the 49ers, though, but I haven't mentioned them yet. The Cowboys? Who am I missing? And I know they weren't in the playoffs. I'm just naming teams so I can figure out what the other team is. It wasn't the Chargers. It wasn't. What's the team that they played? And I can't figure out. Give me a color. Or would it give it away?
I can give it. I won't give the main color, but
Okay, give me a side color.
teal.
Jaguars?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, there's like I can name all the teams except for that one, and I was like, what am I? Guys, I clearly don't care much about y'all's team. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they only have 1 Hall of Famer. The Texans have 2. The Bengals have 4. The Panthers have 5. And the Ravens have 6.
But moving on. So, the guy that voted for Justin Herbert for MVP this year was the same guy who.
Yes.
Okay, let me say it again. Okay, I thought I said something wrong. The guy that voted for Justin Herbert for MVP this year was the same guy who ruined Jayden Daniels' unanimous Rookie of the Year award last year.
This fool. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh. Why would Justin Herbert wasn't even a finalist? Why are you voting for him? And Drake May lost by 1 point to Matthew Stafford for MVP. And Josh Allen got 2 votes. And then there was the one guy who voted for Justin Herbert.
Okay, moving on. Legendary Cardinals wide receiver and 2026 Hall of Fame inductee Larry Fitzgerald had a 17-year career and finished with more tackles than passes dropped. This was 41 tackles versus 29 drops.
Which is crazy. I mean, I think that we've said something similar, but it just shows you how reliable Larry Fitzgerald was.
Yeah. And then we have Man City insiders believe that the 115 charges verdict keeps getting delayed due to the consequences and negative impact on the Premier League. Rumored to have a direct impact on 2.5 billion euros instantly because the star players and coaches would leave, TV channels can allegedly cancel their contracts.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like, it's crazy that 2.5 billion euros. But I mean, you can't let them go unscathed. Like,
No.
cheating is cheating. You're just gonna have to suck it up and deal with
the
the
consequences.
impact it's gonna have on the Premier League.
And then former Bayern Munich coach and current Barcelona coach Hansi Flick hasn't coached 4 full seasons at the club level, but has still accomplished a lot, like winning 142 games out of 181 games. This is a 78.5% win rate. God bless. Only 22 losses, 12 trophies won, including the sextuple with Bayern Munich in 2020. Never lost a league title.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I love Hansi. I'm sad that we couldn't extend him or come to an agreement with him. But we're doing okay with company. But still, he hasn't coached 4 full seasons yet, and he's already won that much. It's crazy.
Speaking of soccer, now soccer.
Yes, and because we're talking about Hansi Flick, why not start in La Liga? So let me just pull this up here. Good, okay. So we'll start off with Barcelona because why not? So they beat Mallorca 3-0. Atletico lose to Real Betis 1-0, and Real Madrid are currently playing right now. It's the 75th minute, and they are beating Valencia 1-0. Their goal was scored in the 65th minute. So Barcelona are still atop of La Liga with 58 points, followed by Real Madrid with 57, Atletico with 45, Villarreal in 4th with 42, Real Betis in 5th with 38, and Espanyol in 6th with 34 points. So now we'll go over to Serie A, where Inter Milan beat 10-men Sassuolo 5-0. 10-men Napoli beat Fiorentina 3-2. Juventus and Lazio are playing right now because we're recording earlier than what we normally would. Lazio are winning 2-1. Weston McKennie scored, let's go, in the 59th minute, and it's the 88th minute, so we'll see if Juventus can mount a comeback here or not. Guess we'll have to find out. Atalanta will play Cremonese on Monday or tomorrow, whichever. So we'll have to put the score in for this. And then AC Milan will play Como on February 18th. This is again due to conflicting schedules and whatnot. So Inter Milan are still first with 58, then AC Milan with 50, Napoli in 3rd with 49, Juventus in 4th with 45, Roma in 5th with 43, and Como in 6th with 41, and Juventus will stay in their spot regardless of whether they get a comeback or not because they can't drop below Roma. So yeah, that's Serie A. And then the Premier League. So we have Chelsea beating Wolves 3-1, Man United beating 10-men Tottenham 2-0. Tottenham had their red card in the 29th minute, and the guy that got the red card received a 4-game match ban, so he will be out for the North London derby. I think the guy who hasn't gotten his haircut yet, for that Man United fan, I think he gets it when they play West Ham. So if they beat West Ham, he'll get the haircut. So shout out. But then Arsenal beat Sunderland. And then my game of the week, Man City beating 10-men Liverpool 2-1. There was red in stoppage time at the very end of the game. Let me just tell you, this game was crazy. Crazy, because I was watching Bayern while this game was happening. But the highlights, so Liverpool got a 35-yard free kick, and the guy who hits it, can't say his last name, it's such a tongue twister for me. Soboslai, or I don't know.
Close enough.
He hits this absolute rocket, and the keeper was just frozen. Bro was not moving at all. And then Man City get a penalty, and then Erling Haaland scores that. Then I don't know, I just saw that this breakaway goal, and the guy tugs Erling Haaland down in his own box, but the ball goes in the goal anyways, so it's well, why did you do that? I don't know. It was crazy. I didn't have time to watch the highlights for this. I only saw those 2 clips on social media, so that's what I'm going off of, but it's still wild for just those two clips. So Arsenal are still atop of the Premier League with 56 points. Man City are in second with 50. Third is Aston Villa with 47. Fourth is Man United. Don't know how they got up here, but they did with 44. And Chelsea are in fifth with 40. And now to the Bundesliga. So we have Dortmund beating Wolfsburg 2-1. Gladbach tied Leverkusen 1-1. Leipzig beat Cologne 2-1. Bayern beat 10-man Hoffenheim 5-1. I didn't even put when the red card was, so that's my bad. It was inside 20 minutes, I can tell you that. But our goals were from Harry Kane and Luis Diaz. Harry Kane had a brace. Luis Diaz had a hat trick. All the goals. So here's when the goals were scored: in the 20th, 45th, 45 plus 2, 62nd, and 90 plus 1 minutes. And boy, it was a great game. It was a great game. And it was Kimmich's birthday. So happy birthday, Kimmich. We had 12 shots on target, 24 shots total, 52% of possession, and 8 corners. I'm just happy that it looks like we're semi-back on track, so that'll be great. And we will play Leipzig midweek for the DFB Pokal, so that should be a good game as well to watch. Hopefully we can keep advancing through that, because I want to play for that, because we haven't played for that in a couple years now. I'd like to see us win that. But we are still atop of the Bundesliga with 54 points. Dortmund is in second with 48. Hoffenheim are in third with 42. Leipzig are in fourth. Stuttgart are in fifth. They both have 39 points. The goal differential is why Leipzig is ahead of Stuttgart. And then sixth is Leverkusen with 36 points. I actually have 2 notes, not 1. So, my first note, this is the best season for the top 3. So, this is Bayern's best season, and whoever's in first with 54 points, whoever's in second with 48 points, that's the most at this stage that anyone's had, and the same goes for third place. So the top 3 are having the best season, and what does that go to show about the Bundesliga? But my second note is that there is some behind-the-scenes drama going on at Hoffenheim. So they are having a vote to see if they are going to demote someone to a sporting director position rather than the position that he's currently at. And my thinking behind that is, why would you do that? You're seeing the success that your club is having. Granted, this game wasn't great. And I will say that the red card was very soft, just like last week. But why would you want to go and change it? Like, that makes no sense to me. But apparently there's more going on behind the scenes than what they're, saying. So that's great. But yeah, so those are my notes. And then we'll have some more domestic league games in this upcoming week. So there will be even more to talk. So there will be even more to talk about next week than what we normally do. But now we'll go over to the Olympics.
Now, guys, this is the Olympics has only been happening for maybe 4 days now, and there's still stuff happening currently. So we don't have all the updates. We just have the USA and who they've gone up against and how they're doing currently. If you want us to talk about from where you're from, go ahead and ask us. We'll do it. It's just, there's a lot and we cannot cover all of it. So let us know in the comments. But first things first, I do have the teams in the lead. We're not doing great. That's all I have to say. But Norway is in the first with 6 medals. Italy is in second with 8. And the only reason they're not switched is because 5 of Italy's medals are bronze. While Norway has more gold, so it kind of evens out in a way, but they get knocked to second. And then Austria has 3, so they're in third. And then the USA is in 9th with 1 medal, but again, things can change over the next couple of days. Maybe we'll get up there, so we'll see.
We should, because, there's still a lot more sports to be played, like men's hockey, And women's hockey hasn't played for medals yet, so...
Yeah, there are some sections we won't talk about because we haven't played it currently. But again, if you want us to talk about your teams and who you're rooting for, we will do it. You just have to ask us. But right now, curling is the one that we've done the most games in. And it's just the preliminaries. It's mixed doubles curling. It's not normal curling. If you guys don't know what that is. Regular curling is played with it's played with 4 people, and it's all girls or it's all guys. But mixed is only played with 1 girl and 1 guy together. And then there's a bit of some changes, but if you don't understand it, Google it. So we did beat Estonia 5-3 today. We also beat Sweden 8-7 today. And then I'm going to go from the 5th all the way to the 7th because these are the days we've missed. But we beat Switzerland 7-4 on February 5th. We also beat Norway 8-6 on the 5th. We beat the Czech Republic 8-1 on the 6th. We beat Canada 7-5 on the 6th. And then South Korea beat us 6-5 on the 7th. And then Great Britain also beat us 6-4 on the 7th. Felt like I needed to add that so it didn't look like we were just winning everything because we didn't win yesterday. But for the first time in American history, we advanced to the mixed doubles curling playoffs. So that's awesome.
I don't know what that means, but shout out.
I don't know the difference. And I was like, I actually don't really know either, but I will do some research. So what I just explained to you is everything I could understand. But there is more to mixed doubles than just different teammates and stuff. But then we have figure skating. So the ladies singles, we placed 3rd with Amber Glenn today with 138.62 points, which is really good. But I say it's really good. And then we also placed 2nd with Alyssa Liu, which was 74.90 points, and this was on the 5th. But that's the only ones we've placed. I think we placed 4th for ladies singles, but I'd have to go look and see which one it was because I don't remember. But men's single, we placed 2nd with Ilya Malin. I don't want to say his last name wrong. You can correct me. But we got 98.0 points. And that was on the 7th. And then pair skating, which I'm realizing I spelled skating wrong, but we're gonna ignore that. Which is ice dance. We placed first with, I couldn't figure out their names, but E. Bates and M. Chok. They got 91.06 points, and this was on the 6th. And then yesterday we placed first again with the same pair. They got 133.23 points. So we're doing actually pretty good with skating. I'm interested to see how well we do. I think
it's Madison, Chalk, and Evan Bates.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I didn't have time to look, and it wasn't taking me to their names. So it's just, that's it. You guys know who I'm talking to. But then we have ice hockey. We have women and men's. It's the preliminaries again. So we won 5-1 and 5-0 over, I'm going to say it wrong, Czechia? You guys know what I'm referring to. And then Finland. I don't want to say that one. We play Switzerland on Monday and Canada on Tuesday. Our quarterfinals is Friday, the semis on Monday, and medal matches are next Thursday, February 19th. So just keep a lookout for that. And then the men's will face Latvia and Denmark and Germany towards the end of this week. Playoff rounds is Tuesday the 17th. The quarterfinals is Wednesday the 18th, and the semis are on Friday the 20th. The bronze match is not this Saturday, but next Saturday, February 21st, and gold medal match is in two Sundays, so February 22nd. There's a lot going on with hockey, but hockey really hasn't done much yet, so we're gonna have to keep watching for that. And then we have snowboarding. I haven't seen anything for women's yet for us personally, but there has been some wins for other teams. And then the men's big air, Olli Martin finished 4th, narrowly missing the podium by 5.5 points despite having a broken arm. We've had a lot of people playing with broken limbs, or close to it. And then we have alpine skiing. The Breezy Johnson places gold with a time of 1 minute and 36 seconds, 0.10, and this was on February 8th. Sorry, guys, my computer is dying. Back to normal. Okay, and then Lindsey Vonn competing on a completely torn ACL in her left leg. When on final runs today, she crashes and breaks her leg, requiring her to be airlifted and is currently recovering after surgery.
Yeah.
I saw her run she did yesterday, or was the day before yesterday, and she did really good.
Yeah, she beat her time by like 2 or 3 seconds.
I just feel bad. She's not having a good Olympics this year.
Yeah, well, a couple attempts later, someone else crashed and had a similar injury. So
now, I did see some rumors or talk about it not being fully her fault that the incident happened and that they shouldn't have let her go down when they did. But I don't know the full extent to it.
I mean, yeah. I saw the video of her crashing and she just looked completely off balance, but I mean, I guess if you break your leg, that kind of shows it. Because she's the way that the angle that I saw, and I saw a picture of it, and you can see her skates are overlapping, and you can just see her one leg is just not in a position it should be. It reminded me of Jamal's injury, but imagine that with ice, with the skis on. Yeah,
lovely. My dog is pawing at the door. I just waiting. Now to freestyle skiing, we placed third with Mac Forehand. He got a 74.46, and that was the 7th. That's all I saw for freestyle skating, or not skating, skiing.
Now that's not a medal thing, is that? Because that's just a practice time.
I think it's just practice time. I could go back and check. I do have it pulled up.
Because I was like, you said we won 1 medal. The third would be a medal.
I guess it would be the freestyle skiing.
Okay, so then we can look forward to him in his medal.
No, that was the qualifiers.
So he to qualify through. Okay.
Our medal winner was Breezy Johnson.
Breezy, yeah.
But
so this is just to qualify through to the next. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
But that's it for Olympics. If we're missing anything, let us know. Something you saw. We can't watch all the Olympics. Sadly. My sister can. Because she's home with a baby. So I'll get updates from her. But I can't. I tried, but I can't. But anyways, to racing.
Yes, we have testing this week in Barcelona. So we'll be keeping an eye out for all that. Of course, they're only limiting us to being able to see the last hour of each day, so great. IndyCar had their car reveals this past week, so I mean, I don't think their regulations are changing, so I think they stay pretty similar. Arrow McLaren opened their new facility, so they had a little live stream there going on for them. Of course, McLaren Racing, they have for F1, they have their livery reveal, and that's tomorrow. I believe Aston Martin also reveals tomorrow. Cadillac will reveal theirs during the Super Bowl commercial, so because this comes out on Monday, we will put a picture in here of that. And yeah, that's kind of all I have for racing at the moment. You can expect us not this week or next week. Nope. Wait, next week we will be doing our season preview.
Let me let my dog in.
Okay.
No, my door's. Can you see her?
I can see a little bit. We're almost done.
We're almost done.
Then Indy will be happy.
She does this at this time of the day. At night, she'll do it at 3 a.m. and scare the crap out of me.
Of course. Only
moving on.
But yeah, so we will have our top 8 episode for Champions League out later this week. And then we have next week I have Champ 1, but I don't know what that means. And our preview with Champions League because it's the knockout phase. So this week you get 1 bonus episode plus the live. And then next week you get 2 bonus episodes. And the week after that you get one bonus episode. But that's okay. But now we'll rate our points now that I've figured that out in my head. So last week, as I said, I had Man City versus Liverpool. Julie had the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Ottawa Senators. Or the Super Bowl, which the Super Bowl has yet to be played, but I think that it's going to be a good... Excuse me. I think that that's going to be a good game regardless. But now this week, Go ahead.
I'm just going to say, the Carolina Hurricanes won all their games, so moving on.
Nice. But my game for the week, I have Inter versus Juventus. That will be Saturday at 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, since Weston scored, I mean, I guess why not? He's on a hot streak of scoring here. Let me see if they upped it. Did they draw? Oh my gosh, they came back and they drew! 2-2. Okay. Game winner in 90+6 for Juventus. They tied. So then that means Juventus is at 46 points, not 45. But this is huge because Inter Milan, like I said before, they are top of Serie A. Juventus sit 4th, so top of the table clash. And I just think it will be really good. And I don't really have anything else to add.
Mine is just any of the Olympics, you know. Keep up with it. Whoever you're rooting for, I hope they're doing great. I just need to catch up on my Olympics. That's like a note for myself. Watch the Olympics. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers now. We did get to 500 if you didn't see the first part and you're watching the last part. So thank you to everyone who got us to 5,000. 500. I wish 5,000.
Not yet.
We are still doing our giveaways, so we're going to be dealing with that later this week. So keep a lookout for it. And then let us know in the comments any of the games you're going to be watching, or just your thoughts, any Olympic thoughts, just anything. Let us know. And then check out our links in the description below for our other social media pages. We have Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, podcast, something like that. I lost my train of thought. Facebook. So go check them out. Did you hear that?
Yes. Also, don't forget about our live this weekend.